Hi, everyone. Chapter 5. What makes a contract? What makes a contract? Do you guys know? There's lots of different types of contracts, right? We've got verbal contracts, written contracts, contracts for anesthesia, for surgery, for hospital admittance, for discharge, right? So there's all sorts of different things that can be considered contracts. And why are they considered contracts? How are they considered contracts? What makes a contract, right? And how is it enforceable or not enforceable? And how does that pertain to you as a healthcare professional, right? We have lots of contracts. When you guys get into your hospital facilities, you help patients fill out paperwork, or you go over steps for the procedure and making sure that that's noted properly so that the contract that they did sign could be enforceable or not enforceable, making sure that they have all of the information and vice versa. For minors, making sure that their parents understand or that the minor understands. Undue influence. You will do this versus, I don't really want to do this, but my husband said I need to, so I will. Or my kids said I need to for elderly patients. Making sure that they have all of the information that they need. Healthcare advance directives. So what is an advance directive? What is a do not resuscitate order? How are those imposed or implemented into our healthcare system? So making sure that you're reading over that. Also terminating contracts. When the contract has been reached, both parties have provided what they were supposed to provide. When does it end? What's a breach of contract? And what can I do? Can I sue somebody? Do I have rights if somebody breaches the contract? Who pays? Is it the hospital? Is it the doctor? Is it the facility? How does that work? So this will be going over that. Collections. That's a big one, right? I don't know many people who can have a surgery and pay thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars out of their own pocket, depending on the surgery. And some people don't have insurance or have insurance that doesn't cover as much as they had hoped. So how does our facility collect those funds, and what are the rules for that? Can we send them to a collection agency? How many years can we help them make payments? What's the standard? What's the rule for where you're at? Overdue accounts, terminations, delinquent accounts, all of that. The patient needs to be seen. They have to have health care, but they haven't paid their bill, and some facilities say that we can't see you until you pay your bill. How does that work? Okay. So a comprehensive health care advance directive, we definitely want to know what that is. Living wills and how they are implemented. Contracts, when do they terminate? Who agrees? What if I don't agree? Patient terminates the patient-provider relationship, making sure that that is highly noted in their account. They do not want to come to see Dr. Bob anymore. This releases Dr. Bob from care. So I don't want to see Dr. Bob. I think he's horrible. I leave, and 2 days later I have a heart attack, and then I say it's Dr. Bob's fault because I didn't follow up and do the things that he asked me to. But you can show that Dr. Bob said, if you don't want to be a member or part of my office anymore, you can do that you had terminated your service with Dr. Bob, so he is no longer your provider, and vice versa. So we have a patient that we are going to discharge or not have as a patient anymore. What does that entail? Can I just say, don't come here anymore? We don't want to be your patient. Want you to be our patient? You have to note that in their account. Why we're terminating them. What steps did we offer them? Did we provide them with information for other doctors or facilities to care for them? There's a lot of rules and some steps that go into that. Contracts not performed according to agreement are breached. So what does that mean? Is there any leeway? If situations change, do we need to start a new contract? And interacting with patients regarding issues of who pays the past due accounts requires professionalism, right? Your account's past due. I need XYZ money. And we're shouting that out in the lobby. Not very professional. How do we professionally ask for money or inform a patient of past due accounts? What resources do we have available to help those patients successfully pay their bills or help them pay their bills at a longer rate or a discounted rate? What does your facility offer? Okay, so lots of good topics in this chapter. If you guys have any questions, like always, reach out.